All right, as you can see, example number 4 in radical equations. And of course, I think it's pretty clear that that would be a radical equation because of that radical there within this equation. And so again, the main idea would be to start out with getting that radical by itself on one side of the equation. And I think that's pretty straight, so let's just add that 4 over to the other side. And so this one changes into radical equals 17. All right. Now what? We've got to figure out what power to introduce to get rid of that radical. Similar to one we enjoyed earlier, I believe it was example 2, I would point out that this has both a power as well as a radical. My very strong recommendation, therefore, would be to change that into a fractional exponent, as in 3 over 5. All right? So then, what do you guys think we should do to get rid of that 3/5 power? Now, keep in mind that you use a power to get rid of another power. So what power should we apply on top of the 3/5 power in order to get rid of it? How about 5 over 3? Mr. Soda Pop is so proud of you guys. You guys are so great at answering these questions that I'm asking you. Yes, that's right. In other words, it's the reciprocal. If we were to introduce the 5 over 3 power on top of that one, and again, if we do it over here, we need to do it over there, 5 over 3 power. Again, I want to remind you that the properties of exponents are such that when one power gets applied on top of another, the property is to multiply them. So that would be 3 times 5 is 15, and that would be 5 times 3, which is 15, and that's 15 over 15, which is 1. Effectively, that became x to the 1th power. That's also known as just plain old x. And then it's a matter of putting that in a calculator. And I'm thinking it's going to be approximate. That's why I put that approximate symbol there. And it's just a matter now of grabbing the calculator and asking it what that number to the 5 over 3 power is. I'm putting parentheses 17 raised to the parentheses 5 divided by 3. We talked about all these things prior to spring break when we were together. And I'd also point out this series of questions want us to round our answers to 3 decimal places. So on my calculator, I'm seeing 112.395 when I round that to 3 decimal places. So that's it. That was a pretty quick one. And let's just keep the party going. That would be example 4. We'll see you in a little bit for example 5.